Hey! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Well, as always, I hope that everybody is having an incredible day. My name is Jeremy, aka, well, it's your boy, RPG, Red, Purple, Gold. Well, and I mean, guys, I know you're rocking with me up to this point, so I definitely know that you know who it is by now. But that being said, of course, as always, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming and checking out my new YouTube channel. So thank each and every one of you for stopping by. Well, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be back for a brand new episode here on the main channel. However, though, if you haven't had a chance yet to go check out some of the other episodes up on the channel, I 100% recommend you go ahead and do that as soon as you get done watching this brand new episode that I'm about to bring to you right now. But what I am about to, some of the information I'm about to give you guys, man, I'm so excited. It's such fun and yet extremely important information. And that's just something that is so important, but yet it encompasses so many different things. And the main overall theme, sort of the, just the overall epic nature of what I want to talk about today is marketing and the power of the fan. Okay, so you guys, obviously, I know you 100% understand how important it is to be able to grow, keep building, and, having that strong foundational fan base. But having all of those things too with a good, strong, effective foundational marketing plan, especially when you're coming up and releasing a brand new album, how important that is to really have. And now, when it comes to marketing plans, specifically, now that word marketing, it's kind of marketing. It's up here in the ether. It's a big, big word. It encompasses, it encapsulates, it has a lot of different factors to it that make it this massive thing. But to give you just some easy examples, some ideas of some marketing plans, so would be something like, a social media marketing plan, a print media where you're trying to get in different publications, as an artist, different musical publications, or radio, television, different newspapers, things like that. All of those different types of areas are marketing plans and different avenues that you can look into when creating and wanting to focus on different aspects of all of that is out there for you. And that's just a small idea. That's a small percentage of, again, that huge word. It's up here, it's in the ether, that massive word that is marketing. But it is so important to be able to try to come up with something that is effective and that's going to be something that you can execute well to be successful when getting up to the point where you're getting ready to release an album. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was a fellow artist of mine, and his name is Ryan Bronson. Okay, guys, and I just want to take you on just a quick little journey. Just follow with me here. We'll jump right back to this. I just want to give you a little bit of kind of the understanding of how I know Ryan up to this point. So a lot of you guys know from some of the other episodes that I've done was that I was in a fraternity when I was in college. And obviously, when you're in that type of space, you have such a familial bond. You have that such strong brotherhood with all of the people that you are in the house with. But the other aspect of being in the fraternity, something that maybe you don't experience as much of, but it is there, is the fact that it's also part of a larger network. That you could go to a lot of different campuses throughout the country, and maybe there's that same fraternity that you are in on that campus. And so, in that same way, you can go to any other SIGEP, I could go to any other SIGEP house in the country and say, oh, walk in as a brother to another brother and say, hey man, what's up? My name's Jeremy. What's your name? How's your day going? And that's the cool thing about being in a fraternity, is that when you go to another place, that you're always on that same level. You're always talking to them from that same place. Being in that fraternity, that's what you have in common. And so that ground is already there, that you don't have to build a lot of it. And that's something I think that's really important. And to Ryan, that's how I know him. Where I have not personally met Ryan, but he is like a fraternity brother. He's a fellow artist of mine, and I know him, and I've had several conversations with him, and he was the one that gave me permission to even want to do this video about his new album that he just released a couple months ago. And I'm I want to showcase that. But when you are thinking about getting ready to release that album, this is something that I watched personally from a first-hand view of a massively successful marketing plan. And again, like I was saying, this fellow artist of mine, his name is Ryan Bronson, and he just released a brand new album, and here it is right here. He just released a brand new album called Illuminate on the 5th of October, 2018. And you guys, I promise you, it is an incredible album. I bought it the day that it came out, and I still have it in my rotation to this day. And it's not simply because it is actually a good album, but it's because I actually saw the whole ramp up and Ryan kind of getting ready for the release of this album. And then to see some of the different success that he had, some of the incredible accomplishments that he made from the release of the Illuminate album, is what I want to showcase to you, to let you know how important a successful marketing plan can be. And to the Illuminate album specifically, it is a full album, you guys. It's 21 full tracks. And this is definitely not, your typical long mixtape where you've got a bunch of tracks of B-sides and it just sounds that way. This is 21 tracks of written material. And it is just, like I said, it's an incredible album, but the way he put it together is very well done. And just overall, as an album, it's very, very well made. And that's something that's also very important too, where, wow, look at that accomplishment just in itself, is that you put together a successful album on top of all the other things that you did. And that's incredible. But when it comes to the album itself, some of my personal favorites, now this is just me, this is my personal opinion of some of my favorite songs from the album, but from the Illuminate album from Ryan Bronson, some of my favorites are Waste My Time, featuring Dylan Reese, Through My Eyes, So Lit, featuring Huey Mack, and the last song on the album, Illuminate. And to me, one of the things that I love about Ryan and the music that he does make is the fact that some of the music that he makes is so much like the music that I make and that I love to hear on an album. But then some of the music that he makes is music to where myself, I know that that's maybe not as much where my strength is when it comes to writing, and or that's maybe not as much of the type of music that I generally take in as content for myself. So I just am saying in the sense that I love to listen to that type of music and be like, wow, good on you for being able to make a song like that, to where some of your other songs are ones that would be more in my, in my alley, that are things that I really, really like. But to see his whole album put together, like I said, it is very well done, and I love all of the different songs on there. But there are those are some of my personal favorites from the album. Now, when it comes to Ryan's personal marketing plan, what I wanted to let you guys know about, just giving you 100% of the honest truth, is that what I'm going to tell you is just what I saw from his personal marketing plan that he put together for the release of the Illuminate album. And so what I'm telling you is that there are probably a lot of other aspects. There's probably a lot of different facets that Ryan coordinated, that he put together from a much more local and personal level that I didn't see personally. And like I said, because I haven't met him yet personally, I only know of him because he's another fellow artist, and now I'm a person who is actively following his career and seeing where he goes as an artist, and wanting to see him succeed and already watching him do so. But when it comes to Ryan's personal marketing plan, what I'm saying is that I'm only giving you what I personally saw. I'm sure there's many other aspects that I didn't know about or that I'm not talking about. So this is just what I witnessed, to give you guys just the reality of what I saw, to the success that I saw it fully be realized. Now, like I said, he had a very successful and effective marketing plan. And one of the pieces that he had in that marketing plan, leading up to the real push and the full tidal wave of content and promotion getting ready for the album, was a charity that he set up, where $1 of each pre-sale that he had for the Illuminate album was going to be going to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Now, you guys, for those of you who might not know, I actually do work in healthcare as well. And so now I work on the administrative side, not the medical side specifically. So, but that being said, I've worked in healthcare for a long time. I definitely, you always are picking up new knowledge just on just healthcare in a general way all the time. And so I know that for a person like Ryan, or anybody, to foster or champion a program like this is so important, because I understand how much the idea of mental health is still marginalized in America, still to this day. And you should be able to talk about the idea of mental health care the same as you would go talk to your doctor about your general health care when it comes to, oh, maybe I feel like I have high blood pressure, or I feel like I've gained a little weight that I didn't plan, or something like that. And it's still not as normalized as it should be, and it's something that needs to change, and I'm glad that Ryan was getting behind a program like that. And that was something that I thought was so important, because it was something that you could get behind him, because he was also involved with that didn't actually have something to do with him as the artist or the music that he was also trying to make as well. Now, a lot of times when it comes to the social media aspect of a marketing plan, is that it's so easy to be able to go through a lot of the easy things, like your, personal social media accounts, like your personal Facebook, Instagram, all of the different social media, facets and sites that people use to be able to get out content. But those are obviously two of the biggest ones. And the biggest aspect that I saw from him was an incredible Facebook campaign that he did put together. And one of the first posts, and he has, just like myself, 2 Facebook sites, and he has his personal and his also full just artist page, just like I do. And one of the first posts that I saw, a little bit more of a teaser, but the first kind of time that I saw him really giving a little bit of that idea of hype of the new album coming out, now understanding 2020 vision, that, oh, he was talking about Illuminate. This was a teaser then, but now I know that right around the 23rd of August was the first time that he really put up a post, kind of really giving a full tease, a glimpse that the idea of this album was coming. And then he really ramped up fully on the 13th of September, when it was like 1 to 3 posts daily on different aspects of the album, talking about things like, the album name, the actual album cover art, different features that he had on the album, different song titles of the album. And let me just show you this really quickly. Now, you guys, really quickly, this is a great album cover art when it comes to Ryan's newest album cover art for the Illuminate album, because it's very sexy, it's very attractive when it comes to it pops, it catches your eye, but it's also very simple. What's the name of the title? Or what's the name of the album? Oh, it's Illuminate. Who's the artist? Oh, it's Ryan Bronson. Is there really anything else going on with this? No. It's very simple, but like I said, it's very attractive, it's very sexy, and so that's something that from the marketing standpoint is so important. Because you're not having to have 50 things to make somebody remember you, or you're not having to have 50 things to have something to make somebody remember you. You are just using 2 simple things, the album title and the artist name. And that's really important. I love how great of a job he did with that album cover art. But doing a lot of those different type of posts, getting ready for the release of the album. And then on the 3rd of October, he released a post that stated that he was now being featured on the front page of iTunes for their hip hop page. And at that moment, when he put the post up, he was being put in as number 34 on that chart. And I couldn't believe it. My mouth just dropped, hit the floor. I was like, what? That's incredible. Are you serious? Your album hasn't even come out yet. You are really getting this level of pre-sales? That is insane. Way to go. Like, congratulations. Oh, wow. I never would have expected that. And then on the 5th of October, on the day that his album released, he put up another post saying that it had peaked at 31 and then moved back down and then held in place at number 40. And again, my mouth just hit the floor. I was like, you've got to be, wow, you've got to be kidding me. That's incredible that you were really able to get this level of success for this album. Like, wow, I'm in awe of what you've been able to accomplish. And then, after that post, on the 6th of October, the very next day, he releases his first music video for his first single, also one of my favorite songs, Through My Eyes. And I was like, okay, guys, let me tell you, I've now successfully completed 2 full albums. And just understanding the time and the logistics it took to make the album cover art photo shoot come together, plus putting out the album, he also did that, plus made a video, had it ready to go long enough before that he had one day after the album released, he was ready to go with his first music video drop. And I was like, what? That's amazing. Like, I am definitely not at that level of coordination. I know that Break the Chain is coming out very soon, but I do not have, what I have ready for pre-sales, and I've also got my first 3 videos ready. I do not have that ready. So I'm just like, wow, like, I have something to look up to when it comes to the level of steps and preparedness that I have to take when I saw what he did in getting ready for the release of that album. And to know that he released the video the very next day was incredible. And the video itself, just like the execution on the album cover art and the album itself, that it was an incredible video. It was very well put together. But having gone back and listened to some of Ryan's other albums, his previous albums, and also just kind of taking in some of his content on his YouTube channel as well, when I see the video, I'm like, yep, that is a Ryan Bronson video. That's him as the artist, because that essence of who he is, that idea of who I get as him when I listen to his music, especially when I listen to Illuminate, that is definitely the idea of what I picture. And to see that level of having, oh, album cover art, oh, album done, oh, video ready to go, all those three things lined up in a row, to know that he successfully coordinated, executed, and successfully released all of that in that sequential order, ready to go. It was amazing to watch. Now, one of the other pieces that I talked about as the main theme for the video was marketing and, if you remember, the power of the fan. So you guys, let me give you the same story I just said again. Let me take away Ryan's incredible fan base. His hitting number 34 to begin with, being featured artist on the iTunes page, to hitting number 31 at a peak and resting at 40, all of the success and the level of release that he had for this album, they would not exist. He would still have released the album. All of that would have happened. But what I'm telling you is that that same level of success would not have been there had it not been for the power of his fans. And it was incredible to watch. It was a sight to see, I promise you, when it comes to understanding that as an artist and another artist, I get it. To know that that was so much to do with that love and following of your fans, incredible. And that is why they are so important. And that is why you have to have that foundation, or you are not going to really fully make it as an artist, because that level of mouth-to-mouth marketing that a real strong foundation and a strong fan base can gain you is immeasurable. Now again, like I said, this is just a small snippet, just a little percentage of that. Again, it's up here in the ether, that idea that is the word marketing, and also probably up there in the ether, the idea that is this large thing that is the fan. And when you're thinking about putting those both together, when you want to mold marketing and the fan together, the strength of that force with your name, with Ryan Bronson, with RPG, with the name behind it. What's the name of the album? Illuminate. What's the name of the artist? Ryan Bronson. It's illuminated. It's neon. It's sexy. It looks good. Simple. Easy to remember. Easy to tell people about. That level of word-of-mouth marketing, like I said, immeasurable. You cannot buy that. Now, when it comes to Ryan as the artist, Ryan, congratulations with all of the accomplishments that you had with the release of Illuminate, with its success in releasing, but now still knowing the success that you still have. You guys, I believe his last, one of the last posts that I remembered on was talking about that he hit 20,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. 20,000. I mean, that's incredible. Just think about that number. Individual people listening to something, anything that you do, regardless of whether it's music or not. And I wish you all success now in the present and nothing but continued success in the future. I am so excited to watch your career, to watch you as an artist, to see where you're going, and you guys as another artist to Ryan, or to anybody as a fellow artist, to watch and sort of take in firsthand and witness the success of Ryan's release of Illuminate. To me, it feels like I have, okay, no, you have the idea, the glimpse of a template, maybe a little bit of the road of the roadmap that you could do to a successful release of your next upcoming album, Break the Chain. And it's incredible to watch that, because I do have a background where I have a degree in communications with an emphasis in PR, and then a minor in journalism and marketing. And so it's not that I'm just saying that I understand the level of work and determination and what Ryan really put in to the success of his marketing plan and to the strength of his fan base, because I understand how important both are, but especially from my background, just understanding what he did and what he had to, really accomplish and all the work he had to put in to making all that happen. And you guys, again, to want to know and understand how important Ryan's fans were, I want to thank each and every one of you for all of your constant love and support of being seemingly real fans of mine. And guys, thank you so much for all of that support, because it keeps me have that feeling of dedication, wanting to keep bringing these videos to you, because there's so much that I want to share, and I cannot wait to just keep bringing you right along on this journey with me. But you guys, thank you so much for everything that you do. I know I say it all the time, but for all of the love and support. I cannot wait to speak with you again soon. Peace.